Hi, it's Sasha. Today I wanted to do a Galantines themed makeup tutorial. Valentine's Day is almost here, so I thought it would be fun to do kind of a festive Galantines themed look. This is the kind of makeup that you could wear to work or hanging out with your friends. It's just kind of more of a casual, more everyday Valentine's look. So I'm going to start with this Kaja Don't Settle Concealer in the shade Mooncake. I use this often on days when I'm not wearing a full face of makeup. I don't usually wear full faces of foundation, especially on days when I'm not filming. I just want to cover up any redness on my cheeks and my nose and my chin. Sometimes I have to do it a couple times just to make sure everything is covered. Next, I'm using the Glow Skin & Beauty Under Eye Concealer in beige. I'm going to use this side, which is the peach shade. Basically, I just sort of pat it in to correct any purple in those under eye circles. Next, I'm using some of this Bare Minerals Primetime Eyelid Primer. I just like to put a little on my finger and sort of pat it in on the eyelids. I find you don't need to use a lot of this, just a little bit is enough to make a difference. Next, I'm going to use the Lawless Seal the Deal Loose Setting Powder. This is the shade Translucent. Basically, I just take a little bit of this and swirl it around in the lid, tap off the excess, and then pat it in under the eyes. This helps set the cream concealer to make sure it won't crease throughout the day. I also like to go in on the eyelids as well to put a nice base for any eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to use this ColourPop Brow Boss Pencil in Taupe. I like to take this spoolie end and brush it through my brows. Then I use short, sort of hair-like strokes to fill in any gaps. I really like this pencil because I feel like the color is just such a nice match for my natural brows. It comes in a lot of different shades, which I think is awesome, and it's also really affordable. Now I'm going to take this spoolie and just run it through the brows again, just to make everything look soft and natural. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to use this Milani Most Wanted palette in Rosy Revenge. I love this palette because it's only $10 and it's got a lot of really beautiful pink and purple shades that I thought would be perfect for the Galantines look. First, I'm going to start with this light peach shade. I'm just going to lay that down all over the eyelid and up into the brow bone as well. This is a beautiful base color and I'm just kind of using it to sort of cover up any of those veins and other discolorations on my eyelid. Now I'm going to go in with this light pink shade and use that in the crease. I'm using this sort of like a transition shade. It's pretty highly pigmented, so you can already kind of see the pink coming through. If you wanted to do a really soft look, you could probably just use this eyeshadow. I really love the shade. It's such a gorgeous soft pink. I'm just going to make sure this is really well blended out. Now I'm just going to use a little of this beautiful kind of fuchsia shade here. I want to concentrate this more on the center of the eyelid and the outer corner. I'm trying to use a light hand and a fluffy brush with this so it doesn't come out too dark to start. These shades are pretty highly pigmented, so you gotta be a little bit careful if you want to keep this kind of a softer everyday look. Now I'm going to go in with this deep, beautiful shimmery purple shade. Just going to apply it kind of diagonally on the outer corner here, and then work it up into the crease. Because this is a shimmer shade, it seems to come out a little bit softer than some of those mattes. Now I want to use this beautiful shimmery sort of plum shade. To apply it, I'm going to use some of the Pacifica Cherry Matte Setting Spray. I just spray this on my brush. Dip the wet brush in the powder, and then sort of pat that on the eyelid. I'm trying to concentrate this to the outer third of the eye here. I don't want the whole look to turn purple, I just want to keep it purple near the crease in the outer corner. I think I want this to look a little more pink. I'm going to go in with some more of this beautiful bright fuchsia shade on this fluffy blending brush. Just going to kind of work it in the center of the eye. This is such a beautiful pink shade. I just love it. It feels very kind of like candy-like. I think it's perfect for sort of a Galantines look. Now I'm just going to make sure everything's blended in with those beautiful purple shades. Now I'm going to go in and do a similar look on the bottom of the lash line. So I'm going to start with this beautiful light pink shade. Just going to take it on this little smudge brush and work it from the outer corner to about 2/3 across. Do the same thing on the other eye. Now I'm going to use a little of this beautiful bright pink shade. It's kind of on the outer half of the eye. I'm just kind of pressing this in with a small smudge brush. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this beautiful shimmery deep purple shade. I'm just pressing this in near the very edge of the lash line and on the outer corner here as well. I'm going to use that blending brush to make sure everything is blended together. There's an absolutely gorgeous shimmery shade here that I want to use for an inner corner highlight. I'm going to try it dry with my pinky finger here. That seems to be working pretty well. It's not super intense, it's just kind of a beautiful soft shimmer. Now I want to try it wet, so I'm going to spray my hand with a setting spray, dip my finger in it, dip my finger in the powder, and then press that in on that inner corner. It definitely seems to be a little more bold when I use the setting spray. but I do think it looks really pretty. It comes out a little more peach as opposed to like an icy champagne shimmer. I'm just going to take that blending brush again and sort of blend out those edges. Now I'm going to spray my smudge brush with setting spray. Dip it in that same beautiful highlighter shade and press this in near the inner corner on the lower lash line. Now I'm just taking a little bit more of this light pink shade and kind of blending that in to that beautiful shimmery inner corner highlight. If you've been enjoying this video, please like or consider subscribing. I post new beauty videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 10 a.m. Central, and I'd love to see you there. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be the first to watch my new videos. To finish off this eye look, I wanted to do kind of a fun little cat eye. Today I wanted to use this liquid eyeliner from Pacifica. I'm just kind of taking it partway across, not necessarily all the way. Just want to give it a bit of a flick at the end. Hopefully we can match this on the other side. This is always the hardest part. So I'm mainly trying to avoid the inner corner highlight area. Moving on to mascara, today I'm using the Milani Highly Rated Mascara. It's a nice kind of volumizing mascara with a thick fluffy brush. So I'm just going to wiggle this on from root to tip. I like this mascara because it's a great just kind of all-purpose volumizing mascara. It's not like a crazy extension mascara or anything wild. Especially when you're using false lashes, things can get kind of fussy. And I like how this mascara is just sort of easy to use. You could throw it on without thinking too much. To me, Galantines sort of means being festive and having fun, but not overdoing things too much. So I feel like this mascara is a great choice for like watching a movie with your friends or going out to eat. Next, I'm going to use this Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Puff. I thought this would go really well with this eye look because it's kind of a beautiful sort of cotton candy pink. So I just put a little bit on my hand here and then I sort of pat it on my cheeks. This one is pretty bright. It's almost like a neon bright, but I thought it would be really fun for this sort of Galantines bright pink look. For highlighter today, I wanted to use some of this IBY highlighter in Private Jet. This is a beautiful sort of champagne shade. It's got quite a bit of shimmer to it, so you can kind of see when I apply it with this fluffy eyeshadow brush. With this look, I really wanted to do something sort of shiny and more glittery, so I'm going for a little bit more of an obvious highlight. Going under the brows with this as well, Cupid's bow. I don't want to contour this look too much, I want to keep it light and bright, so I'm just going to use a little of a light bronzer. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light Bronzer. So I'm just going to take a little on this angled brush. I like to do kind of this C shape here. I like this bronzer because it's nice and subtle. I feel like it just gives me a hint of color and adds a little warmth to my face without looking obvious or overly tanned. As someone with fair skin, it's definitely difficult finding a good shade of bronzer, so I like ones that are very light like this one. Just going to take a little down the sides of the nose. For lips today, I want to use this Kaja Earhart lipstick. This one is super cute. It's actually in the shape of a heart on the end. Even on the end of the applicator, you can see it's in the shape of a heart. This one is in the shade 01 or Sweetheart, and it's a gorgeous sort of pinky nude shade. So I'm just going to apply this to my lips. Oh wow, I think this is going to go great with this look. It kind of has that powdery pink nude feel. It's a little different, especially like trying to get the points of the Cupid's bow with this little heart-shaped nook in the middle, but it's really not that hard to use. This is just such a beautiful creamy formula. It feels really nice on the lips and it smells good too. I think it has kind of a berry scent to it. I really love this lip shade with this eyeshadow look. I feel like it goes perfectly together. So that's it for the look. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I love that it has kind of those candy pink tones in it and is something kind of bright and fun and soft enough for every day. I think I could definitely wear this look like going out to lunch or going out with my friends or hanging out on the couch watching a movie. Please let me know if you have a favorite Valentine's Day candy. Mine is definitely dark chocolate. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.